everybody. My name is Poonam. I'm an occupational therapist at Joy Laughter Developmental Therapy. And today we're going to talk about ways children communicate without using their voice, which is part of our educational vlog series. So we see a lot of kids at our clinic here who may be nonverbal, who may not be saying full sentences, maybe saying just a few words here and there. Or who might be just singing songs or talking things randomly which don't make any sense. But the core of all it is that they're still trying to communicate with us in one way or the other. As babies, we don't talk. We start talking around the age of 2 and onwards. So you'll see babies, they'll cry because they want food, because they want their mom next to them, or they may have soiled their diaper. That's a way of communication too. And then as the baby grows up, the baby starts learning emotions by imitating our emotions. If we smile at the baby smiles back at us. If we coo to the baby will coo back to us. If we make a frowning face, the baby knows, oh, something is not right, and the baby might get tearful. And that's how babies also learn emotions through us. Communication is a very important part of therapy, whether it's speech therapy, occupational therapy, physical therapy, because that's how children are telling us what's going through them. We will use speech generating devices like an AAC device or an alternative augmentative device. We will also use a communicating board using pictures. But the main thing is clinical observation and watch the kid, how they're responding to each and everything in their environment. One way to know is if your kid is calm, they're just playing, they're sitting in one place, which means their body is calm, they are ready to learn, they are ready to explore. When you see in the gym, there are so many toys, it's a wonderland for kids. And then you'll see kids, oh, I'm going to go from one toy to the other, and that's still fine because that's how they like to play. You will see kids when they're excited, they may engage in some stimming behaviors, which is where they might look at you sideways instead of giving you full eye contact. They might flap their arms, they might do some rocking movements, they might even do some sounds through their mouth, like a clicking sound or, like animal sound too, you could say, but that's also their way of communicating. And they might be doing that if they're anxious, they are overstimulated, if they are understimulated, or they are bored and they don't know what to do. And they are trying to communicate with us in this way. Sometimes you see where kids might just scream, and that's their way of communication because they have difficulty waiting. And if we don't respond to them immediately, then you might see that they will start screaming more. They might throw things at you or just on the floor. Sometimes they might do that because they want to see how something falls on the ground. They might want to hear the sound of it falling on the ground. Sometimes they are just upset, and that's what they know, that, okay, I'm going to throw that thing on the floor to get the attention of my caregiver to tell them that, hey, I'm done with this toy, or I don't like it, or, I don't want to be in this room anymore. I want to go to the gym. So each and every action that a child does, they're trying to communicate with us in one way or the other, and we need to respect that. Sometimes we just need to give them some space. We have to be their voice too, and you can communicate with them by saying like, all done, no more, no thank you. And you're also teaching the kids the same thing, that, okay, you don't need to throw a toy. You could just be like, I'm all done. You could use sign language too. Or that's a way for them to ask you to help, like, help me, I don't know how to draw this line, so I threw the pencil and paper away. I want you to help me and model it for me, or maybe do hand over hand with me to show me what I'm supposed to do. So that's a way that they're communicating. They might use a lot of gestures too. You will see kids maybe pulling on their parent's arm or pulling on your arm because they want something. It could be one toy on the bookshelf, and then you just have to pick each toy, label it, and ask them, like, do you want Play-Doh? Do you want pegs? And then you'll see the child's eyes light up, and you know, okay, this is the toy that the child is looking for. They could sometimes do finger pointing, and that's one of the early stages of communication too. So you have to look out for all these signs that the child is trying to communicate with you. Sometimes giving eye contact may be challenging for the child because they're trying to read our emotions, and sometimes they cannot read our emotions. So that's why they might not look at us directly. They might look at us sideways because that's more visually stimulating for them. And that's all right. But we always have to come at the level of the child. We cannot stand up and talk to the child and ask them, what do you want? Because the child cannot see us. The child is probably only able to see up at our waist level. So we have to get down to the level of the child. If the child is standing, they're sitting, and use clear words like, I want. If you ask the child, what do you want? The child may reply back, what do you want? So you want to always use the first person. Be like, I want a break. I want Play-Doh. I am hungry. I am sad. So you want to describe emotions. You want to describe the activity. You want to describe the toy that the child wants, and then the child will respond to you. So these are different ways that children still communicate with us non-verbally, and it's our clinical observation that helps us to communicate back with the child. If you have any other questions, please don't hesitate to give us a call or contact us. Thank you so much for your time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.